Hello, everyone. Spoilers ahead here, if you're concerned about that. All right, this show gets no fancy slideshows, no more than this one picture. It's over. The season is over. Let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about what happened. So this is the final episode. Um, as we left the Lokis after they defeated the Cloud Dog. They go through the portal. They walk up to the giant space tower, and they're just kind of they're chatting at the door. Sylvie is being a little bit chicken to get in, so she's saying, "Aren't you going to tell me to not kick the door down?" Loki's like, "No, go for it." Some more silence, and Loki's like, "So, Sylvie just flat out said, 'Shut up.' I'm older than you. I need time to get in here." And then the door just opens on its own. They're walking through. They're being very cautious. They run into Miss Minutes. At first, I was like, Is this it? Is she the boss?" But no, she has come to give a message. To give a message from whoever's up there. Saying, "Hey, I can give you everything you want. Loki, you can control Earth and Asgard, Infinity Gauntlet, whatever. Sylvie, you can just have, which I thought she would offer to just turn her back into a little child, but she's like, you can just wake up tomorrow with nothing but good memories. Um, no more being angry about losing your childhood." They say no. Of course, they walk further, blah blah blah. They go into another room, and an elevator opens, and it's this guy who I forgot about what had been floating out there as far as who they would see. I'm not gonna say who, but anyway, this person tells them, "I am the one that's planned everything. If you kill me, the time whatever will branch, and there'll be more of me, because this guy's been around. He's from 31st century Earth. He discovered a bunch of what do you call it, variants of himself, because they're on multiple planes of different universes. They gather technology, but then they fought, and so he's the one that survived and is keeping order so that that doesn't happen again. He says if he dies, then more variants of him will come around and they'll be evil. So what he's been doing is but a necessary evil, but they'll be evil. So either that will happen or the Lokis can take his place. And why is that? Because he doesn't want to do his job anymore. Pretty lame. So Sylvie's like, "Well, I'm gonna kill him because my life has been ruined." Loki's like, "Well, let's think about this." She's like, "Well, you just want the throne." He's like, "No." They fight. This guy, oh, I guess I'll say this now. This person says, "I've been called many things. A conqueror is one." So this is Kang the Conqueror, another one of those people you're gonna have to Wikipedia. But he's as so the Lokis start fighting, and he's watching this like giggling. Sylvie beats our Loki because our Loki can do nothing. He actually uses some magic this time. There's also a couple of subplots happening. B-15 goes to 2018, finds the variant of the judge. Another time, cop is confused. The judge is about to leave. Owen Wilson shows back up. She's like, "I'm gonna go find free will." Owen Wilson's like, "I'm gonna stop you." She defeats him in like a kick. I mean, her life has been shattered, but what is she, like another boss eventually? Anyway, so back with the Lokis. Kang has said, "Well, everything has been written in stone except I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what decision you two are gonna make. They're fighting. Our Loki stops Sylvie and says, "I don't want the throne. I just want to make sure you're okay." Sylvie kisses Loki. Everyone's made the joke that Loki's in love with himself. And who else would he fall in love with? Another Loki. But I thought it was lame. She kisses him and then kicks him through the portal back to the TVA. And then Kang, the goofball, is just sitting there laughing. She force pushes his desk out of the way, stabs him, says, "See you soon," wink. And then you see in the background the branches of different timelines going crazy. So Loki is back at the TVA, starts tearing up, goes to find Owen Wilson, and B-15 is there. And they don't recognize him. And the spot where the time lizards used to be is a statue of Kang. In the end. That's it. There was the only fighting in this were just the Lokis fighting each other. And then nothing but a giant sit-down meeting and exposition dump for the next season. Either the next season or the next movies. Like, what's-his-face? Kang kept talking about the multiverse. He kept saying it, but like, multiversal XYZ. I'm like, alright, the multiverse. Are you going to be in Doctor Strange? Wanda, will she be involved? Where is this going? Or is, like, this episode was just a setup for season 2. And there was no action. There was more action in the last episode. There was the giant cloud dog, the Lokis, all the other Lokis fighting each other. Classic Loki, sacrificing himself, making Asgard images. This was nothing. I was very disappointed. I don't know what else to say here. Yeah, that's the season. That's the episode, and that's the season. It's just such a slow lit down. I want, if anyone's watching this, to all our subscriber watching this, subscriber, what about this show do you like? What about this show do you like? Is it, well, let's discuss what's happened. They've taken Loki. They've just, I guess you could just say they just created this blank slate. You had the Loki that went through the entire arc through all the movies, but no, boom, Battle of New York, that's the end. Now we're gonna beat him down to get this weak character. He has like his only motivation. I'm not really sure what his motivation is, because if he goes back to his timeline, he'll die. He wants to maybe be better. I hate saying that, but where would he go? He just does not want to be under control of the TVA, and now he has Sylvie, but he just wants to, I don't know, like I mean, is this him learning how to sacrifice himself for what? This person that he met, I don't know, 3 days ago? 2 days ago? What? I don't know. There is no time in this, but our protagonist has had his whatever motivation. His motivations in the original were overcoming his selfishness to be there for his brother, who he has known for thousands of years, and Asgard and his people. Even if it means staring a giant mad titan in the face and knowing that you're probably going to die for it. What are his motivations here? Hmm? Liv and Sylvie. Pretty. It's pretty weak. I don't know how else to put it. There's nothing wrong with sacrificing yourself for someone, but in the end, like what if this Kang person had killed Sophie? Where would the character like Loki just seems to have no motivation outside of that, outside of caring for Sylvie, which I don't know. That's a very fast going from being very self-centered to selfless, but only for one person. Um, I mean, maybe he did mention that he tried to talk to the Owen Wilson and B-15 that didn't know who he was and say, hey, all this bad stuff's gonna happen. But I'm wondering at what level he cares for much else, like in the universe, aside from trying to give back and helping Sylvie. Like, what's the percentage there? Other, the universe or Sylvie? 80-20? 99-1? And now we were just baited into this anticlimactic climax. Now we have to wait for who knows how long to see what'll happen. I'm just exhausted with this because I've said this, maybe I've said this before, but this is the one, this was the MCU Disney Plus show I was looking to be something. It didn't have to like jumpstart Phase 4, but I was expecting more than this. And every week I get beat down with nothing. Remember when I talked about like The Last Jedi? Like it's like a tricky gotcha, but it's lazy because it's emptiness. Like we got the reveal that it's Kang, but it's not like an evil Kang. And now we're waiting for the next one, maybe. And he's just, there was no fight, there was no fighting the boss. It's just, let's sit down and have a conference call. And not call, but a conference chat with the bad guy. And let me explain my past. Let me explain how everything is set up. I know everything. Let me explain the two paths that can happen. And no action. Just a mind bender. Is this what you like, fans of the show? Just a little mind bender, mind tease. Dork Dad Sam told me to make a video about this, and I'm wondering if it's just because he knows I am not thoroughly, I don't want to say I hate this show, but I'm thoroughly not completely enjoying it. It's a nice way of putting it. So that's the end of the season. I was so excited. I made a video about, oh boy, they have 2 seasons ready to go. This is gonna be great. Now look at me. Downtrodden. What do I have left? What do I have next? Black Widow? As I've said before, I'm not paying extra for it. But I have not heard good things. Well, I'm glad to leave this video on a sour note. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Subscribe.